Hello guys, it's Blue Goblin with my current comic book review blog. So I got a lot of books to cover, so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to get started with Battle for the Cowl, Oracle, The Cure, #1. A friend of mine told me to go ahead and check this book out, and he gave me a good recommendation. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It was really, really good. I've always been a fan of Barbara Gordon, Oracle. I liked her better when she was Batgirl. Hope she becomes Batgirl again pretty soon. Well, kind of doubt that, her being paralyzed, so gotta scratch that last statement. This was a good read to me. Now, a lot of people are probably going to ask me, should you have read Birds of Prey before you read this? My opinion is, no, you didn't really need to keep up religiously with Birds of Prey. I mean, if you know some of the characters from Birds of Prey, you know, even though none of the birds appear in this particular issue, but the calculator makes an appearance, so yeah, it's good for a Birds of Prey fan, but you really didn't need to keep up with Birds of Prey to go ahead and jump onto this series. I don't know. This was okay. Wouldn't say it was perfect. Wouldn't say it was memorable. I'm just saying it was a good read, and that's all I can say. Next up, Amazing Spider-Man number 589. Let me go on the record and say this is by far the absolute worst cover of Spider-Man I think I've ever seen. This is by far lazy. Anybody can draw the words Return of the Spot and put a hand in the O. Lazy. Just lazy. Regardless of that, this was actually an interesting read. It was really good. I was skeptical at first about, a book with the Spot in it, because the Spot, is he one of the greatest villains of Spider-Man? Hell no. But it was still a nice read. It's really good stuff, and I'm starting to get used to the fun side, fun filler in issues of Amazing Spider-Man. It's still not the greatest work in the world. I mean, Fred Van Lente, great writer, great stuff. This is definitely worth buying. $2.99. Pick it up. You'll like it. I liked it. It's really good. Really good stuff. Spider-Man's getting some steam back, and that makes me happy. Next up, Mighty Avengers, number 23. I really don't know how to review this one. A lot of people seem to hate how I reviewed Ultimatum number 3. Before I review this book, I want to say something. When I reviewed Ultimatum issue 3, I was giving my view on it. I had to remove a few comments that were insulting me because I gave it a good review. Everybody has a different opinion. And if you want to express how you feel about a certain book on my channel, then go right ahead. But as I said before, I've been saying this ever since I got started on YouTube. Don't take time out of your day to just flat out insult somebody and be an ass. But some people agreed with my review of Ultimatum. But not everybody did. But I respect other comic book fans. Now let's get back to the review on Mighty Avengers. This one was slow. It was slow. So slow. Over excessive dialogue in this book. I almost hate to say this, but I was a little disappointed with this particular issue. About over half the book was just nothing but a bunch of talking. sometimes I don't mind that. But you're in the middle of a great fight, a great battle with the characters from Wondergore and everything. Come on, pick up the pace. You don't have to sit there and you don't have to have these characters stand there going back and forth bitching and griping about shit that happened in Civil War and shit that happened in Secret Invasion. We already know everybody's blaming Tony Stark for Captain America and Wasp's death. We already know that. Don't keep reminding us. The only good thing that happened in this issue was that they finally revealed what's going on with the Scarlet Witch. Read this book if you've got the patience to know what happened with Scarlet Witch. Marvel, this was a lackluster read. I was expecting a lot from the conclusion of this storyline. A lot of people just going around kissing Hank Pym's ass. That's all it was. I'm so sorry to say it, but I was really disappointed. Next up, New Avengers number 51, Search for the New Sorcerer Supreme. Apparently Doc Strange is out, so somebody else has got to get in. I loved this issue. And for those of you who hate New Avengers, I'm sorry you don't agree with me, but you have the right to disagree with me. Everybody who wants to disagree with me has the right to do that. But I also talk, and as I said before with Ultimatum and with, other Avengers books and everything, everybody's got different tastes. I like this stuff. Some people do, some people don't. I do. I love what happened with Spiderman in this book. Finally, Marvel's finally doing something right with giving Spider-Man some extra character development. You know, I'm not one of these comic book fans who believes that Spider-Man's secret identity should be a secret identity when he's entering age 74. You know, to all you fans out there who believe Spider-Man's secret identity should remain secret for all eternity, come on. It's not 1963 anymore. We're in the year 2009. Some people have to know who Spider-Man is. But I'm glad it's just this team of Avengers and not the entire world like in Civil War. I made no secret that I hated it when Spider-Man unmasked himself in Civil War, and then everybody found out who it was. I don't believe that absolutely nobody should know who Spider-Man is. I only believe a certain select few. But this was really good. The focus is more on Doc Strange trying to find, and he's talking with a member of the Young Avengers, and it's really a great read. It's really good stuff. Go ahead and pick it up. We're running short on time here. Going up to Captain America number 48, Ed Brubaker. Thank you for a good story here on Captain America. Now I know I have to stick with this title. This is great stuff. I thoroughly enjoyed it. The original Human Torch finally gets a decent funeral. He gets the respect that I believe he truly deserves. You know, Namor kicks ass, of course. I know I spoiled just a little bit with this book, but you know, this is a title worth collecting, worth reading. I believe it's been worth that ever since Civil War. You know, but however, there were a lot of people. I talked to a lot of people over the past couple of weeks who still believe that Bucky should still be Winter Soldier and not Captain America. I can see their points, but I think he's doing a nice job as Captain America. I say if you truly respect the name Captain America, go ahead and get into the series. I think you'll enjoy it. Lastly, we got very little time to cover, so let's go ahead and do it. X-Force Cable Messiah War one-shot. This is great stuff. You get full characterization. It's a well-taught story about jumping back and forth through time, and it's actually not confusing. It's really, really good stuff. You get some Deadpool in here. Right there you go, Deadpool. That's all I need to say. Deadpool kicks ass. You know, you got Bishop, who's kind of acting like Norman Osborn. He's saying he's doing something for the right thing, then totally, but you already know that he doesn't give a shit. He just wants to be an ass, and you know, he thinks he's doing the right thing by trying to save his future by killing the mutant child, but doesn't act like he's acting like he doesn't really care about what else he does, about anything else he's going to do about it. So, And it's good to see Strife back again, but the only thing I didn't like about this is that we got a profile on every character that appeared in this book, and we don't really need that. I think that was the reason why this book ended up being $3.99. If we didn't have a biography on every character that appeared in this book, we wouldn't have to pay $3.99. It would be just a regular $2.99 book. Despite that, go ahead and pick this up. If you're collecting XForce and Cowl, you'll already be getting the rest of the story. This is the only thing that happens outside of those books. The one shot, it's great. I think the fans are going to enjoy the Messiah War. Well, that's all I got. So until I see you again, later.